Right, now in this video, what we're going to do here, we are now going to do what we call the project initialization. So here we are now going to start by creating our new project. Of course, this is now creating the directory. So I'll need you to open your terminal. And this is, in this case, I'm using VS Code. So with the VS Code, I can open my terminal, that is through use of the Control, Shift, and the tilde sign on your keyboard, and then you're able to open this terminal. However, I believe you can also come here and search for terminal if it's not coming. But if it's not there, then you just need to use those two shortcuts, and then now you're good to go. So now I need to create this, initialize this project or create it. So what I need to do is that I need to head over to my softwares, and then I need to go for the folder which is called XAMPP. So this is the folder that is called XAMPP that I've installed, and you can see this is the folder that I have here. So I'm going to click on that folder, and then the folder, you're going to come to this folder which is called htdocs. So htdocs is this one here, and then I want you to click on this folder like that. Right, now here you can see I have the list. I have a list of projects that I've created so far in my entire that is since I started coding in PHP. So these are the different projects I've created. So this is where you create your PHP projects if you are new to PHP. But this is how you create your PHP projects through htdocs within the XAMPP software. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to hit Control Shift and then plus N at the same time, Control Shift plus N, and then there I'm going now to create a new folder which I'm going to call PHP MVC block, like this. Then I'm going to click Enter. All right, so that is so that folder has now been created. You can also right click and then of course click on new and then the folder like that. But knowing the keyboard shortcut is a good way to navigate faster within your PC. All right, so once that is created, you now need to go back to your text editor that you're using. So and then click on File and then click on Open Folder. So once you click on Open Folder, what you're going to do here is you're going to look for softwares, and then you're now going to look for the XAMPP, of course, because remember XAMPP is a folder that comes, it is the one which has, of course, your software installation of the XAMPP software. So here I'm going to look for PHP MVC blog. However, this was one word. Let me test them. And you can see this is what we have. So you need to have that folder opened like that. All right. So now since we have this folder which is open, now from there we can now start doing something here. So what you're going to do here is I'm going to open my terminal again like this, and then what you're going to do here is I'm going to do something, and I'm going to open my git bash here like this. And then when I open my git bash here, when we begin creating this project, we are going to initialize the git. So git is or GitHub. So git is just a local server which is normally helps you to push code remotely to a place called GitHub. So for example, you might have heard of this. So we have github.com whereby you can upload your code, for example, for your given application that you are creating, so that you can be able to, let's say you're working with other people, other developers, you're able to track each other's, the same project, of course, and then you're able to see what changes have been made by different developers. So that is what GitHub does. But in this case, here we just want to do something simple. And what I want you to do is I want you to hit git and then init. So what git init is basically means that we want to track the changes or manage our code. And what this Git is going to do is just to track your code. So when I hit enter like that, now this basically means that it has initialized, which is this is an empty repository. And the next thing, of course, I would want to do is to type git and then add and then this dot sign. What this statement does is it's going to add all the folders. In other words, it's going to add them to the staging area, whereby now the Git can begin tracking your files and get to know what changes are you making within your given application. Now, before we do that, we need to create this remote repository. So for example, what I need to do here is when I come here, it should be here, new repository like this. And then, for example, this one I'll be created and then type it PHP MVC blog like that. This one says this is already available, so I can write PHP 8 MVC blog, which is also available. So let me get available means I believe this is, I can be able to use this. All right, so I'm able to use it. All right, so I make it private so that it can only be seen by myself. So, and then I click create a repository. So what will happen is that this repository is going to be created, and then I can now use this particular link here to add, in other words, to connect my local rep, that is the local Git, with the local Git project with the remote project. All right, so what I can do here is once I've run and come here and run git example add, which is going to add all the files that I'm going to create here. So that is it. And then the next thing here I'm going to do is run git branch, and then here I need to run em. So we're going to have m and then main. What this means that is I want my project to go on the main branch. So from here we have what we call the master branch and the main branch, and I'm going to show you about this. So I'm going to add it on the main, and then here I need to now copy this link here, which is this one here, and I'm going to change it to, is what I'm going to do. So you can see here we have SSH, which is secure, and then we have HTTPS. So here I'm going to, let me go with the HTTPS for now, since we're just creating a simple blog. So here I'll use the HTTP, and then I'm going to copy that and paste it here. So git remote add this particular remote. So I'm going to connect the whatever is on the Git local and what is on the Git remotely, and then I'm going to click that one, enter like that. And then now from here, what I can do is whenever you make changes within your code, you are now going to run what we call the git push like this. And then here you're going to indicate, for example, the origin. And then here, for example, you're going to indicate, do you want it to be pushed on the master, or do you want to be pushed on the main like this? So you're going to choose. So if you choose for main, then you don't need to have this master. You only need to have the main like this without these quotes. And then this project is now going to be pushed on the main branch. All right, guys. So this is how you create a good project when you're able to track what is happening, and whenever you make any changes, they are going to be tracked. The files are going to be tracked, and then you are able to somebody is able to see what is happening if you are working with other people. Right, so let me meet you in the next video.